Welcome back to Cask 529, everyone. I'm Brian,
And I'm Shauna.
and we're back for a big night.
We are. And it was a sunny, clear day. So
So we're hoping.
we're
We're
hoping. We
hoping.
did a test
Fingers
live
crossed.
earlier today. It worked well. So
It
I'm hoping
looks like
we
we're
have
not frozen
no
yet.
freeze frames this evening.
So let's hope that continues. Um, got a pretty good turnout so far.
Yes. You want to
We're
say cheers to everybody?
going to find out who's going on the barrel pick tonight. Okay, so cheers to first two guys in the chat, Andy Road and Dave Vogelsang. Cheers, guys, and thank you for joining us. Cheers to Tammy Adams. David Tanko, cheers to you, sir. Hopefully you're having some beautiful weather in the northern part of the state today. Cheers to Alan Adams. Um, I know I got more. John Shank, cheers to you way over there in Yorktown, Virginia. And Keith Clandon down in West Virginia, cheers to you. Todd up at Whiskey Sippers, cheers. Charles, the Rye Guy, cheers to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Charles, I almost texted you today to be our test guy to see if the live was working. Cheers to Dustin Lance. That's the first time I've seen that name, I believe. So thanks for joining us, Dustin.
Yes.
Cheers to Mrs. Lori J. Matt B. There's Mr. Ritchie. I knew he had to be there somewhere. I think I said Alan earlier. Cheers, Alan, if I didn't. Mark Scott, cheers to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. And David Tanko said, gorgeous weather. Grilled out today. Almost cigar weather. Beautiful. I love it. Jenny Beer, cheers. Jenny Beer. Jenny B, cheers to you. I must be thirsty for a beer. Dave was talking about grilling out, and I had beer on my mind.
Jaden, cheers.
Whiskey Bill, cheers to you. I believe
Yes.
that's a new name.
Yes. So, I will tell you, as I came down, you'll hear Rex over in the corner.
Rex is moaning and groaning.
Yeah, he's like I am on a Sunday night usually, not gonna lie. Um, so we had planned on doing this Friday evening, but Bourbon and Balls had Beth back on for their live stream on Friday, so we moved it to this evening. I kind of like the feel of a Sunday night hangout, honestly, a little bit fun. However, we are doing a blind this evening from Charles, the Rye Guy. And when I opened up the box, I had not opened it up yet, to be honest. I thought there was only 4 or 5 in there, but as I opened it, there's 6. So I'm not sure if this is the best blind to do for me on a Sunday night, but we're going to do it. I gave Brian a little bit heavier pours than myself.
You did?
um,
I just want to say cheers to um, Dustin Lance. Met us in Kroger's this week.
oh, cool.
So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate that. Torp, cheers to you.
Yes.
Stan, cheers to you. Thanks for joining us. And I know you said Jaden earlier, but Jaden, cheers.
Did
A
you?
little
Yeah.
old fashioned.
I just want to
Is
ask you
that
if
what
you
you're
found
going
him. Yep.
to? I believe that catches me up.
It does. I think so. If not, cheers to you if you're
Yes,
watching.
cheers. And to the folks that are new tonight, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Hopefully you'll enjoy what you see. There's going to be a fun
Yep,
giveaway
there
later on.
is. Yes, I can actually go ahead and get that. We're back to the pick a bag giveaway. So I'll go ahead and get that started. You do have to be present to win. Obviously, we need you to be here so that you can pick which bag you want. And we'll go ahead and get that started. It is exclamation point Sunday. Yep, it put it in there. I want to make sure it was in the
I haven't
comments for you.
seen anybody in the chat saying that something's not working. So knock on wood. Let's hope that continues.
Oh,
Cheers.
goodness. Cheers.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. So, to some of you who may not know, I had put a form out there for our patron members. So we are going to be picking those who signed up to go on the barrel pick on May 29th down at Wilderness Trail. have that wheel all loaded up. We'll do that here in a little bit to see who's getting to go with us on that because we were allowed to take 4 additional people with us.
Cheers to Snow Baboon in the chat.
Cheers. So this one, it kind of has a citrus note on it, but it also has that yeast note, like the baking bread yeast note that I really like. It's fun.
Not sure if I said Matt B earlier, but cheers, Matt. If I did, I'm sorry.
Yep, you said
If I didn't, I got you.
you can say Matt Beer, and since you called Jenny
Oh
Beer.
yeah, because I said Jenny Beer.
Matt and Jenny Beer. No,
Yeah. Matt Beers. How was it?
Unique. Very, very unique.
Definitely different, isn't it? Not bad, not in a
No.
bad way.
I'm
It's
trying to
just-
figure out the note that I'm getting on that. It's kind of like a chocolate note, but then it's not as chocolate. I first thought it was chocolate, but it's not.
I was
I don't
actually
know
going
what
to
it
say
is.
it's almost kind of like a sweet tart.
I-
It kind of lends itself that way for me.
Yeah. Wilmington Piper, cheers.
Cheers, Wilmington.
Yeah, I'm not I'm trying to, I'm still trying to pick out that note. It's lingering, which is good. It's not a horrible flavor whatsoever. It's just very unique.
Yeah, it's a long finish. It doesn't just come and go.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
We don't know anything about these.
No, nope. It's a blank envelope.
Good old Rye Guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he's laughing at us.
Oh, I'm sure. Looking like the mad scientist there in his control room.
Yeah, cheers, Rick Moreland. Thank you for joining us.
Cheers, Rick.
So we're going to go through these, score them, then open up the envelope, find out what they are. Those who may have just joined, this is a blind flight from the Rye Guy. So we have no clue what we're tasting.
Cheers to Miker,
Yes.
who I see in the chat. Wilmington Piper said that the whiskey notebook is awesome.
Oh, good.
Good
Awesome.
deal. Glad to hear that you like it.
We are looking forward to next Sunday. Those who may not know, if you are in our patron page, the 25 or the $50 tier, each quarter we will be doing a blind whiskey tasting. So those in that tier, they got shipped out a blind for next Sunday that will be done via Google Meets. And in it, I put in one of my new whiskey tasting logbooks that I had done on Amazon.
Cheers to Terry, and also cheers to the Bourbon Kitty. And this is the whiskey notebook that we are referring to.
Yep. So it is out on Amazon if you guys want to get out there and get one. I think there's a link in the description.
I think there is. Yeah.
Oh,
Are you on to number 2?
yeah. Oh, okay. So, Mark, I know you're watching. This smells like tuna. No lie. No lie. I think that Charles must have got some of Brian's blend.
Oh, here we go. Now you're going.
Because let me tell you, I don't even know it. It smells like the tuna that's in oil, not water, and you had to drain it. It smells like that oily tuna smell. I don't know what this is, and I'm praying it's not a $200 or $300 bottle because, whoo, I smell tuna.
You got Miker laughing.
Thanks,
Cheers to
Wilmington.
Eric Flowers. He's wanting to know if everyone in here is a moderator. Wrenches everywhere, he said. Rick Moreland, cheers. Thank you, sir, for
Yes.
that.
How do you get tuna? Well, I don't know how I get tuna, but I'm telling you, this smells like tuna. I'm afraid to taste it. It smells like I just opened up a can of tuna. Here we go. I am nervous. I'm almost like afraid it's going to be like that Warbringer that keeps us.
Huh. It's not as bad as Warbringer,
No?
although the finish is bringing something different. Mark, be nice.
Okay, guys.
Husky Dog, cheers to you. Thanks for
Yes,
joining us.
cheers.
Glad to see you in here tonight.
Hope you are doing well.
Absolutely,
Um,
we do. Jonesy, cheers to you.
I'm not going to lie. I have nothing good to say about number two, so I'm just going to move on from it. I do not like it. I
Funk.
don't.
I think
It's,
if I could wrap it up into a word on the palate, funk would be.
and there's some type of oil to it that it has coated my mouth that I may need to eat some M&Ms before I go further. But number two, not a fan.
Eric, Eric Flowers. Eric, that's not a bad description. Uh, did you see what he said? Barrel finished in staves from lobster
Yes, I
traps.
that that is
That's there's something fishy about that.
literally I have a fishy taste in my mouth. I I don't know if somebody cracked open some fish oil capsules inside of it or something. But
Yeah, we're gonna need David to find out for sure what number two is.
Charles, or wait a minute, I want to know if Charles is laughing at us on that one because whoo.
It's too bad we couldn't have brought him on for this fiasco.
Yeah, that one is not very fun at all.
I
I
don't
feel like
know.
I need to pour this back into the tube so
Pretty
that Mike
certain
and
of
Mark
that.
can taste it.
Yeah, that's probably what you ought to do with those.
Yeah, because that he says move. um,
Crab. Todd said crab trapper whiskey.
ah, huh.
Oh,
I'm afraid to move on from here.
Mrs. Lori, same for us. Should not have a fish
No,
funk in the bourbon.
let me tell you that one.
These guys would be thinking that my blend was really good if they had that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually could drink the Warbringer, even though it tasted like straight ash in my mouth, more than I would ever taste that one ever
Did you
again.
mean to say ash?
Yeah, ash.
Okay, I didn't know if you cleaned up what you really thought.
No, it does taste like ashes.
Micah said, I'm not scared.
Hard no. Mark said hard no.
Of course it would be for Mark. But if we told Mark it came in a tube
Yeah, or a box.
or a box, he'd drink it
An E.H.
and
Taylor
tell
box.
us how good it was.
Yeah. Cheers, Mike Brock. Thank you for joining
Cheers,
us
Mike. Thank you, sir.
while I run. Hey, walleye is really good. We always try to make it up to Lake Erie when they're having the walleye festival. We love the little nuggets, the walleye nuggets and stuff. Very good.
Rick said maybe it dated a bottle of fish wine.
Ah, it did something. That was, whew.
This one isn't bad on the nose.
So John just said that Trenton from SLB got a tuna note on something that had to do with
Seaside
seaside
seafood.
seafood bourbon. Well, we're going to find out what that is, but I've never really given a really extremely low score, but that one it's just going to score a 0 for
So
me.
Todd says that there's an actual whiskey made from fermented green crabs. Charles, you wouldn't do that, would you?
Cheers, William Hall. Thank you for joining us. Yes, Wilmington, I agree. Walleye, we truly do. We love fish. We love seafood. So it has nothing to do with that.
Mark said, of course, the Colonel's delicious. And we know, Mark, and that's why if we told you that was the Colonel, you'd say, man, that's good.
Maybe we should have burned the glasses of Old Bay first. That may have made it a little bit better. The nose on number 2 is much better. Well, number 3 is much better. I'm
Yeah,
liking
I
it.
thought the nose was too.
A little bit of cinnamon
I
on it.
don't. I'm not sure if it's in my head now, and I'm being hard on it.
So the nose on number 3, getting a lot of cinnamon, some sweeter notes, caramel in there. It's much, much better. I'm not afraid to just taste this one.
You drink a lot of that.
No, I gave myself smaller pours than you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
So this one's it's good. It has like a chocolate powder note on it, and it's kind of a little bit dusty, but it has a sweetness to it, some caramels. It's a little bit thin, honestly. But after tasting number 2, it tastes like $1 million. So number 3,
Cheers to
it's good.
Dustin Lance. He come in the chat and said how, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that might be
Maybe
referring
he
to.
was referring to a comment,
Yeah,
like how
possibly.
they did something. Yes, it is a blind. I think I'm going to save it though, so next time you guys are on, Mike and Mark, that it'll be a blind for you as well. So right now, the blind is from the Rye Guy. It's from Charles. One
And
right now is
and
my
we will
favorite.
know when we finish what we had.
Yes. Keith, thank you for bringing that up, and thank you for the super chat. So June 7th, we have booked the tower room down at New Riff, and we will have that room from 1 to 5. I have a link out on the Discord, out on the community tab on Facebook, YouTube, and on the patron page of where you can get tickets. The tickets are $40 this time. I think Eventbrite charges some fees along with that, so I apologize for that. But the tickets themselves are $40. And what that will cover is a pour tasting from their library collection. And it's a guided tour, however, it's a leisure, kind of at our own pace. It still allows us to mingle and chat and everything. So that itself is $30. And so that's part of the $40 ticket. The other $10 goes towards the food, all the appetizers and stuff, and the 20% gratuity that we have to pay for the room. So uh, we still have at least, I think, 30 tickets out there. The room only holds 40 people. So that's why we had to limit the tickets, and I wanted to platform that we could limit the tickets, and that's why we used Eventbrite this time. That way you can also use whatever kind of payment method that you want to do it. Really hoping you're there. But working with Keith, we are going to be doing a raffle. We will be doing our barrel pick on May 29th, and we would have our bottles. We actually get to take our bottles home that same evening. And so we will have a bottle, Brian and I, of the Wilderness Trail barrel pick. That will be part of the raffle. Keith is donating. We're going to try to get some other bottles like from New Riff and stuff like that as well. We're still in the works of working all that up. But if you can attend on June 7th, please do so. We would love to meet everyone in person. That would be great. And I don't know, Keith, if you could put the link out there for us, that would be great to the tickets. I would really appreciate that. I don't have it on my screen at the moment, but
So I wondered who Tesla 420 was. Charlie is in the chat as Tesla 420. Um, cheers, Charlie.
yes,
Thanks for
cheers.
joining us.
We got the bourbon nerd in there, like from the patio.
Cheers to Marty.
Okay, moving on to number 4. I can tell you that the nose and the coloring on number 4 are really nice.
I'm going to use my. I'm going to go out there with my shameless plug that I do every live stream and say, guys, if you would please hit that thumbs up button, that like button, we greatly appreciate it. Hopefully, YouTube will push us out to some more people. So
Yes, that'd be great.
So you've moved on to 4?
Yeah, the nose on number 4 is really nice. The brown sugar, a little bit of spice on it, powdered sugar note, little powdered sugar sweetness note. Nice nose.
It is really. And that the powdered the powdered sugar that you mentioned, like, it's weird because it kind of sticks back here. Mm, that was nice.
That
I
one's
like that.
unique. Um, Keith, thank you for putting that link out there.
Thank you, Keith.
Um, huh. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad but it has such a unique note to it. I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of.
It's a lot of spice. I'm
Yeah,
getting a
but
lot of
there's like
spice.
a note right in the middle that's weird, but it's not a bad weird. It's just a weird note.
Cheers
Hmm.
to Gary McDonald.
Yes.
Thanks for
Cheers.
joining us.
Thank you. I That's going to really bother me because I cannot think of what type of note that is. However, it's so different and unique. I can guarantee you we've never had this one.
Mm-mm, I don't. I don't
Um,
think.
but I can't tell you what the. It's almost like it's like a port finish.
For
It
me, it
has
was
like
as
that,
soon as it hit the palate, it was unique, and it was it does almost give you
like a
a
plum
port.
or a raisin or something like a deep, like
There's
a
almost a port in there, but I don't think it just. I think it's with something else.
yeah. The way it still on my finish, it has to be something finished, I would think, and not in tuna, like number 2.
Cheers to Rob. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, cheers.
Different.
So far, I don't think any of these are super proofy, which is good for a Sunday night. Um,
That one may have had a little bit of proof to it.
yeah, it has a little bit of a hug on it. I'm really the second sip. I'm really liking number 4. I'm not sure how it's finished, but I can guarantee it is finished. I really like it. It has a lot of fruit notes. Um, I almost want to say like a dark plum note, a little bit of a still a like a powdered sugar sweetness to it. It's very good. I'm liking number 4. And so those who have may have just came in, we are doing the pick a bag contest tonight. You do have to be present, but enter exclamation point Sunday in the comments, and we'll get to that after we get done reviewing this blind that was sent to us by the Rye Guy. Yes, number 5 is super dark. Um, so number 4 and number 5 was dark,
Yeah, I was going to say four was pretty dark too, but
but I've been anxious to taste number 5. I'm not gonna lie.
Mark said that he had some High West campfire at Trevor's yesterday,
Nice.
and it was a medium campfire, not his favorite. And you speaking of ash reminded him of it.
Oh, really? I don't think we have the High West campfire.
I don't believe we do. I've seen it. I've seen it, but I've never picked it up.
The nose on number 5 is very nice. It has a unique note to it. Again, it almost reminds me of like the yeasty baking bread, that yeast note when it's rising, mixed in with some floral and some um, like it's really unique because it's like a yeasty floral citrus note is what I'm getting. I know, I'm telling you. I
So,
do not know where Charles went
so
and
you were
poured these
gone to
bottles from.
Florida, which makes sense because Charles Charles is in Florida. So you've gone to Florida and you're making flour bread.
Yeah, flour bread, lavender bread
Floral, yeah, lavender
with
bread
a citrus icing.
with a hint of
Oh
citrus.
no.
Wow, that doesn't even sound good.
Layton Liquor Library. Cheers. Thank you for joining. You love the bread notes. I love the yeasty bready notes as well. Um, I don't get it very often, the yeast notes,
No,
but
you don't really.
when I do, I get really intrigued because it takes me back to my childhood and making bread and stuff with my mom, and I truly love it.
That was really nice.
Nice, smooth, finishing with a citrus note. It's a little thin when it first enters your palate, but the notes all come on the finish. Um, Definitely all in the finish.
Hmm.
There's really nothing as it
Yeah,
enters your palate
very little
throughout.
in there, very little up front.
However, it, it's very smooth, picking up like a candied, almost like a candied um, nut, like a pecan, like a candied pecan note on it that rolls in. I'm still picking up a little bit of the yeast note, and it's very on the finish, the bread note, but a little bit of caramel, a lot of vanilla.
So I don't know if you saw this earlier, but Charles invited everybody over to the Discord where he posted what we were drinking.
Oh, and but we use my phone to record, so I can't even see
Yeah,
it.
see, mine's in my pocket, but that wouldn't have been right.
I kind of want to be there. Anyways, join Discord. That way you guys can see it. It's free.
I
We have a lot of fun on it. We have bourbon and balls on there. Whiskey sippers is on there. Um,
and Eric, yeah, I believe there are a handful of West Virginia people in there.
yep.
Um,
We
I
got Keith.
I want to take a minute and thank everybody
Love that.
sincerely after our last two attempts at a live stream. Um, we've got a great turnout tonight, and thank you guys all for showing up for us.
Yes. Lip service crew. Thank you for joining. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, we still do not know. We upgraded the internet. Um, we've Brian has moved the router all the way over here, put in new electric and wiring, everything to move it closer to where we're streaming. He took care of that this past week. We've done everything that we know to do to prevent. The numbers are really good today. It's a nice, clear, sunny day, though. It's a beautiful
Yeah,
day.
no wind,
Um,
which I think is where our problem was coming from because it was windy each of the last two nights that we tried to go live.
yeah.
So, at any rate,
We do
we're back.
appreciate you coming back.
We're back. We're going to know who's going on the barrel pick with us tonight.
Hmm.
Somebody's going to win a fabulous prize out of a bag behind us.
Cheers, Tom Black. Thank you for coming.
Cheers, Tom. Thanks for joining us.
Loaf and Agave. Thank you for coming. Cheers. I really like number 5. Um,
Darren Crafton, cheers to you. Thanks for joining us.
I don't know if I like it as well as I like number 4, but number 5 is a very solid pour. Definitely, I feel lower proof, but it's so smooth throughout. It would be a nice porch sipper. A lot of nice, sweet, dark fruit notes. I really like number 5. Have you scored it yet? You want me to move on to?
Oh, you know what? I forgot that we were supposed to be scoring.
You haven't scored
I
anything?
haven't scored anything. I can score two.
I scored number 2 as well. It's 0. I There's no score I would give that one. I can't even give it a 10.
I'll
It's
go
not
back to
pleasant on the nose. It's not pleasant on the palate. It's one that really should be discarded, in my opinion. Truly, that's how I feel about it. I even like Buffalo Trace better than number two. Mark said number five. I don't feel like any of these are a Buffalo Trace product, Mark. They don't have that signature,
Yeah, these,
these are unique. They're very different.
with the exception of number two. Number two could be a Buffalo Trace
No,
product.
it would not be. No. I don't know what craft distillery that one came from, but
Mr. Ritchie, we are not duck racing tonight. We
no.
are doing a free giveaway,
Yep.
the exclamation point Sunday, and that is for a bag pick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you wanted to do a duck race, I can pour number two back into the thing and y'all can have it. I'm joking. Please, I am joking. Um, no, we did not plan on a duck race
I
tonight,
don't
though.
think you should joke like that with these people. I really, because
It would be for
because
the
some
last.
of them, a certain percentage of them are like, oh, I got to try that.
I know, Charlie, that you hope that there's a Buffalo Trace in here. Um, Charlie keeps saying that he's going to send us one with a.
Charlie, you better not, because I will hook you up.
You guys crack me up.
Brian's Creek, brother.
I seriously am going to save number two because I at least want Mark and Mike to smell it because I can tell you your blend did not smell anything like that they make me use to no one.
Keith, you're not talking to us, are you?
Jaden, Jaden's like, I think I need to try number two now. Oh shoot,
I was
Jaden.
just thinking. See how they are?
I do. Cheers, Gary McDonald.
What are you getting on the nose on six? I'm not getting really much of anything on the
A
nose.
lot of sweetness. Um, hmm,
Thank you, lip service crew. That's great to hear.
yes.
We almost were afraid to even do this.
We did test before earlier today. Um, and I did tell Brian that if this continues to happen, that I am just done with the lives. We'll find a way to do everything without any lives.
Cheers to Mr. Lopez. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, cheers. Thank you. I'm not crazy about number six. It has
It's
a
really
funk.
thin.
Hmm.
It's really sweet, but along with the thin, it's just not a. It's not. It's not. It's not this.
Oh no, no. This
Um,
deserves at least a score.
yeah, this will get a number. It's just not.
So number six to me, again, very thin, just like you said, it's almost like sugar water, to
Yeah,
be
I was
honest.
trying not to say sugar water, but that's
But then
what I
at the
got
end, it
out of
has a
it.
funk on it, but not a too
I gotta
funk
check
like
that
number two.
funky.
But
To everyone that's just joining us, we are doing a free giveaway tonight.
mhm.
There are prizes in these 4 bags behind us that are labeled A through D. To enter, exclamation point Sunday, and you'll just let us know what bag you want if you win. Cheers, Chihuahua Rocco. Thanks for joining us.
Kind of like a citrus, dusty funk.
Gary McDonald just joined as a Patreon.
Oh,
Thank you
thank
very much, sir.
you.
We appreciate that.
Yes, appreciate that. Okay. The second sip in, I didn't mind number six as much as the first sip. It had a little bit more flavor to it besides just the sugar water. A lot of citrus notes popped out on it. Um, a little bit of a floral note as well, but it wasn't an off-putting one. Still that tiny bit of funk on the end, like a dusty note, but not bad. Not like the wet cardboard note that some of the funk gives off.
I want to throw cheers out there to
Oh,
Roger
sorry.
Randall. I just saw him in the chat.
Yes,
So
cheers.
cheers, Roger. Thanks for joining us tonight. He did enter the giveaway, so that's good.
Awesome. So, um, while Brian is deciphering his scores, I kind of got mine scored. I want to hop over to the Bourbon Hunter Lee. Cheers.
Cheers, Bourbon Hunter Lee.
To the barrel pick and who's going to go with us on the barrel pick. I've been looking forward to this honestly since Friday.
Yeah,
So
we really have been actually longer than that.
yeah. So I am going to switch over to the screen. Um, just so you guys know, if you're a $5 member, you got one entry. $10, you got two entries. If you're a $25 member, you got three entries. So we have Alan Adams, Brad Flynn, Gandy Road, Keith Glandon, Mike Rowe, Rick Moreland, Rob Franklin, Todd Hughes, Troy C. I do not want to butcher your last name, and Josh Jones. So let's see who we have going with us. I'm going to shuffle these up, and we're picking four names. We will also pick a fifth name as a contingency. So if you are number 5, you will be a contingent
In the event.
in the event someone has to cancel. So
cheers to Jill Jones. Thanks
yes,
for joining
cheers.
us.
So first person we have going with us is
Also, cheers to Jeff. Jeff from Bourbon and Balls joined us tonight. Thank you,
Todd
Jeff.
Hughes.
Todd,
Congratulations.
congrats.
You will be going with us.
Taking all that barrel pick experience with us.
Yes. So Todd Hughes, if nobody knows, is Whiskey Sippers. So Todd, if you and any other channel in here, please go ahead and put your link in there. If you need to be a moderator, let me know and I will try to get to that. But Todd Hughes is from Whiskey Sippers, so he will be going with us. Congratulations.
Stan, we wish you could have entered, really, truly. We'd love to have had you have the opportunity to win.
All right. Second person going is Keith Glandon. Congratulations.
Congrats, Keith. Hey, I want to say to Jeff from Bourbon and Balls, and anybody really, but I see Jill entered. Jeff, we are doing a free giveaway, exclamation point Sunday, if you want to get entered for that.
Okay, so the third person going with us is Rob
Franklin. Cheers to you,
Congratulations.
Rob.
Okay, next person. Here we go. Spin. Mike Rowe.
Miker going on the barrel pick.
Yes.
So that's our 4?
That is our 4.
So now we're going to draw
the
a
contingent.
contingent.
Yep. So this is only if one of the 4 that we just picked has something pop up and cannot go. So here
one
we go.
contingency. So 2 of you can't cancel.
Yeah. So this is our contingent person. Will be Josh Jones.
Okay, guys. So the barrel pick is going to be for a high rye bourbon. And as you know, our name is Cask 529. We were able to book the date of May 29th.
Yes.
For everybody new in the chat, our name comes from May 29th is actually our anniversary. So when Shona checked into this and said they have May 29th available, it was like a no-brainer. We had to do it.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a great time. So our winners that will be going with us, I will get connected with you. I want to definitely set up a tour and stuff like that. Make sure we have dinner reservations if anybody wants to stay. Make sure we're, connected in that way. I will get with everybody on that. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great time and a great, great long weekend.
It will be. It will be. And the cool thing is, we get to bring our bottles home that day.
We do.
They bottle. Apparently, they bottle as soon as you pick.
Yep. So, um, speaking of that, we are going to, we are only buying a quarter of a barrel. This is our very first pick. We're only going to pick a quarter barrel. How they do it will be 9 cases, which is so 54 bottles. There's 6 bottles in a case, so we'll have 54 bottles. Bryan and I would like to keep 4 of those bottles, 3 for ourselves, and then 1 to do the giveaway at New Riff for that raffle on June 7th. But then, so we'll have 50 bottles for sale. We will offer those to our patrons, our paid patrons first, and then if there's any left, we'll open those up to the public. From my understanding, with tax, they will be right at $67. We will get a form out there. We would like to try to pre-sell those before going, but if there's any left after we pick, they will be up for sale as well.
Yes.
Okay, you got yours scored?
I do. I do have them scored.
Okay, so I will tell you number 4 is my favorite.
5 was mine.
5 was yours?
4 was a close second, but 5 was mine.
Okay, so all of them scored relatively within points of each other. However, I will tell you number 2, I did not score because I did not like it.
Number 2?
Yeah, number
I
2.
didn't score either.
It,
I did score it.
yeah,
For
it
a 0.
was just not good to me. I wanted it to be good, but it's
It
just
was
not.
truly just not good.
And so I feel like we all need to know what number 2 is first. Do you agree?
I do. We got a new name in there, Bourbon and Buds.
Oh, cheers, Bourbon and Buds. Thank you for joining. Okay. This is so fitting, honestly. Um, Number 2, that tasted just like tuna and smelled like tuna, was Yellowstone American Single Malt. And why I say that is because Bryan wanted the Yellowstone
Ellie.
Ellie so bad, and he got it, and it tasted like pure ethanol.
It was. So the bottle I got was 2023. Was on my list to get for 2024. Came across the 23, got it, tasted it, and said, I'm not buying 24.
So David Tanko said, "Oh boy, I feel like Cassified 29 pick is going to be phenomenal. Whiskey Sippers pick was one of the best at New Riff."
David, we hope.
We do
We
hope.
do hope.
We are excited, truly excited about it. Can't help. Um, okay, so I'll just go in order. Um, Number 1 was Stranahan's Blue Peak. I will tell you that scored a 75 for me. It scored a 70 for Bryan. Not a bad pour at all. It was a decent pour.
I would drink it. I would drink any of these. Really, I would drink any of them other than 2.
Number 2, yes. Um,
Sorry, I was just trying to catch up in the chat. Todd had a dinner idea
Oh,
right
good.
there. I lost it now, but one of the best restaurants he's ever eaten at in Kentucky is in Lexington, he said.
Oh yeah, and that's, I mean, that distillery is just below Lexington, so
Yeah.
yep. So number 2, like I said, was that Yellowstone American Single Malt. Charlie, when I told you on your live, I think it was Thursday night when you and Jeff were on there about American Single Malts, I can tell you right now, if you got this as your very first American Single Malt, you would never, ever, ever taste another American Single Malt ever again. It was that bad, Charlie.
It was bad.
And I said, I kind of like American Single Malts. Not if that was my first one. No. Number 3, which scored a 74 for me and a 71 for Bryan. Look at me giving higher scores than you. was Redwood Empire Foggy Burrow. It was a decent pour. It, yeah, I liked it.
And I think uh, Miker Miker can confirm this. Maybe we've had some discussions about maybe doing a Redwood Empire live on a Friday night. So
Yeah, it was good. Number 4, and I've never had one of these, is and it scored a 76 for me
I came in at
and a
78.
78. So Brian scored higher than I did on this one. Is a Westward Barrel 412 Poor Decisions pick. It's good. It was my favorite out of these 6. Um,
So I want to say that Rick Moreland,
mhm.
if I, unless I've missed something, but Rick said the bottle of Yellowstone single malt that was very good wasn't this bottle, Rick. Was not this bottle.
Not unless Charles accidentally was taking a fish oil capsule and it busted in his hand and it squeezed into the
It
bottle that
squeezed
he
into
had.
the sample jar.
Yes,
I mean, I guess it could have happened.
yes. Those who know me, I work in pharmacy and we have robots that kind of package, like strip package and stuff. And the last thing you ever would want to put in, and we found this out by mistake, is a fish oil capsule. Because if the robot would accidentally heat seal right on top of a fish oil capsule, bad, very bad. And that's what number 2 is.
So Miker said, let's do that Redwood Empire show. So that probably is going to be coming soon.
Yellow stain sounds like a good description to number 2.
Yeah, Mark, you're not far off, man. That was not good.
Is that Balcones?
Balcones.
Balcone number 5 is Balcones Texas Single Malt. It scored a 75 for me. It was good. Scored a 80 for Brian. So this was Brian's favorite, and it is a single malt. So I liked it. It was my second favorite. Actually, it tied for second, but very good. Number 6 scored a 74 for me and a 72 for Brian. So it was the Balcones Lineage American Single Malt. Number 4 and 5.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
4 and 5.
Yep. Very good.
2 favorites for both of us.
Yeah. So Chill Will said the Yellowstone single malt I have is fishy too. Thank you, Chill Will. Thanks. That makes me feel better because it is very fishy. um,
Eric, which one? You said it was very dark. How old is it? I
so
don't know.
number 5, they all said number 5 is very dark.
Okay.
The Rye Guy. Do you know the Balcones Texas single malt, how old it is? I don't have that bottle. So if you could answer, that would be great. Um, Mike, that's my only second Yellowstone
Yeah.
product, and I will tell you, I will drink Buffalo Trace, the actual Buffalo Trace, not their whole line, but Buffalo Trace itself, before I would ever drink another Yellowstone.
And I sat down here one night. I think it's gone. I think I killed it, didn't I? Yeah. I sat down here one night. I think I was on Life from the Patio's live stream with. I think I was actually on with them. And I sat down with a bottle of Yellowstone because I was like, somebody's got to drink it. It's got to go away. And I killed it. And it nearly killed me.
All right. I know we have at least a little over 50 viewers right now. We only have 46 that's entered in the free giveaway. So if you haven't entered, we're going to be doing the pick a bag. And so all you have to do is comment. It's free. All you have to do is comment !Sunday. And I'm going to give you a little bit of time to do that, just in case everybody wants to get entered for that.
Snowball Boot said he likes Balcones Funk.
It did had a little funk, but it wasn't an unpleasant funk at all. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. It was, yeah, I would definitely drink theirs. It was good.
Terry said he doesn't have anything Yellowstone. And I know, Terry, that it really bothers you if we have something you don't,
No,
but I
it
would not
doesn't.
bother chasing that.
Don't.
I would not bother
It
chasing it.
doesn't bother him
Sometimes it does.
if it's a Jack Daniels
If
product.
it's if it's like a Still Austin, Tanager, or
But no, it don't. I would not recommend the Yellowstone.
Jill Will said, enter the giveaway if you want, but hitting the like button is not optional.
That's right.
Thanks, Jill Will. Appreciate that.
I'm waiting for them to have some like really crazy,
Yeah.
crazy
Like
things on
stop
there.
athlete's foot.
Yeah,
Hit the
you
like
hate
button.
kids if you don't hit the like button. You guys crack me up. Terry, continue to pass on it, or definitely do not bring it as a bonus pour on a Friday night, please.
Yeah, don't even buy it,
Or
Terry.
if you do bring on a bonus pour, just ensure that you do not pour me one of them.
Don't buy it. Okay, so Eric Flower says Yellowstone has a tequila finished product and a sherry finished product. Lots of YouTubers seem to like.
Hmm.
Possibly, possibly.
Yeah.
I don't know that we chance it after that limited edition.
Yeah. Jeff, Charlie loves American Single Malt.
He does,
I
Jeff.
don't think
He
he does at
does.
all.
Charlie
Mm-mm,
loves it.
not at all. All right, guys, I am going to go ahead and pick the bag winner. I'm going to close the entries. And here we go. Wilmington Piper, congratulations.
Congrats,
I
Wilmington
know I
Piper.
just seen you comment a
So
little bit
we
ago.
so we need to see a new comment.
Yes, I need to see which bag you want to open as your prize.
John Shank said the few Yellowstones he's had have just been okay.
Yeah, I yeah, I just don't know. Woohoo! Wilmington
There he
Piper's
is.
here. Which
Just need to pick a
bag?
letter, Wilmington.
Yep.
C for
C.
cask 529.
There you go. And it's a different bag. I know that drives people nuts. It's just because I don't have 4 of the new Rook bags. Oh, you are getting its Old Forester 100 proof.
Nice.
One of my
Congratulations.
favorite for cocktails, honestly. So I will get that shipped out to you. Thank you, Wilmington.
Mark Scott Rig. Congratulations, Wilmington.
Yes.
Thanks for everybody that played, entered. Thanks again to everyone that just joined us tonight after the troubles we've had.
Yeah.
We will be back in a few nights.
We have
Wednesday night,
for trivia.
whiskey trivia, which Shauna prepared today.
I did. So Wednesday night we will have Seinfeld trivia, and we will have Bottled and Bond, the Bottled and Bond Act trivia. So we'll have 10 questions each. Those who may have gave up on us last Wednesday because we started out really freeze framed, we did get through it. I think we had 28 participants throughout, but we did switch platforms. So if I can just go over that real quick for anybody who may have missed Wednesday night, we are now using Kahoot. So instead of Trivia Maker, Kahoot does their pointing system differently. Trivia Maker did theirs with 100 points per question, like max 100 points each question, where Kahoot does 1,000 points per question. So we had to change the whole the dynamics of it to where you used to need 1,000 points to get an entry for the giveaway at the end of the month, the grand prize draw. You now need 10,000 points. It is equivalent to exactly what it was before, but it's 10,000 points. And then we used to do 529 for an extra 1,000 points. Now, if you get a 5,290, you will get an extra 10,000 points. So we did have to change it up a little bit with switching the platforms. However, we had nobody get kicked out that I'm aware of on Kahoot. So definitely, I think it's going to work better for us. So that's how we'll roll.
Miker is angry.
Why?
He's just angry. He said, I'm not even playing the Seinfeld trivia. Didn't like the show, never watched it. I saw Darren Crafton. He has the Yellowstone LE 2024 he really likes. you know what? Maybe 2023 was just bad. Maybe I just had a bad bottle. I don't know, but man, that thing was bad.
Yeah, it tasted like pure ethanol. It
We
really
just
did.
we just did not care for it. So,
Yeah.
and at that price, there's a lot of other stuff out there we haven't tried that we'll give it a shot. Maybe someday we'll circle back, a sample will show up or something, and we'll give it a shot. But
Yeah.
to just go out looking for it, I don't think I'm doing that again.
Oh, Terry didn't watch Seinfeld either. You know, it's been a long time. It was in the 80s when
Listen,
Seinfeld was
I
on.
I was not really much of a Seinfeld fan either. I watched it from time to time. I didn't do awful considering I took both quizzes today.
Yeah, you
Considering
did.
I never watched it, I
em-
did pretty good.
Embarrassingly so. Brian did better on Seinfeld than he did on Bottled and
Had to
Bond.
bring that up, didn't you? You just
Just
had to bring
saying. You would
that
think
up.
he would have done better on the Bottled and Bond
Uh, I'll tell you what,
Oh,
rough
shoot.
crowd, rough crowd I work with here. So, what else we got? We got four winners for the barrel pick.
We do. So, barrel pick, congratulations to Todd Hughes, Keith Glandon, Rob Franklin, Mike Rowe. You will all be going with us. If one of you should need to back out, then we are throwing in Josh Jones as a contingent.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
We got a good crew going. We couldn't really have had a bad crew.
No, we couldn't have. I was excited for everybody that was
Yeah.
able to go.
Yep.
Um, I wish we had more spots. I really do.
Yeah. And
It would be a
unfortunately,
great
that's
time.
dictated by the distillery. So,
Yep.
um, I think if Todd is still in here, whiskey sippers, how many were they allowed to take the new riff? Or actually, Keith or anybody that went can answer that. David, I think, went on that also.
Yeah. So David said, guys make me study every week. So
It was
much
so
fun.
much fun.
I'm glad. I know that Keith also studies like every week. And Mark, I can tell you, Mark is he's on it
I
every
don't
week
think Mark
studying.
would ever admit to it, but he's studying.
Yeah, he's studying. You know, it's a great time. If nobody's on here that has not joined us for whiskey trivia, it's not always whiskey related, as you can tell, because we're doing Seinfeld. But it is a great time, and I do write most of the questions, so it is a little bit. I have tried to get easier, but when you don't know a subject, it is a little bit harder. But we give prizes each week. If you win the first round, you get a prize. If you win the second round, you get a prize. The points you accumulate go towards the grand prize at the end of the month. I think we everybody enjoys that plays as long as they don't get thrown out on the trivia.
So you were watching a duck race with Terry last night, or a lead up?
Yes. Uh-huh.
It says he had the fastest duck.
Good job,
Um,
Terry.
Now I've got a couple responses from Jeff and Keith. New Riff is allowed 8 people,
Yes.
so we could take 6 with us on those.
Hmm.
Um, this won't be our last barrel
Oh
pick,
no,
guys.
no.
This is something we've been wanting to do for a long time. We just had to get to a point where logistically we could work it out, I guess. And maybe we weren't ready for it, but
We wanted to do it.
yeah,
And
we
when the
did.
anniversary date, the 529 date was
Yeah.
open, I jumped on it.
So once we get through this one,
Yeah.
if it goes well, I'm sure it won't be long. We'll be looking for another one.
Yep.
So, um, Mark said nothing wrong with a little research.
For someone that's a few fries short. Cracks me up.
Did he say short?
Stop.
Why do why do you always do that? Why do you always make me stop?
I will tell you, Mark, we were on after hours with Bourbon and Balls Friday night. You missed a great after hours, but I will tell you that someone um, may have noticed that you stand on my Advent box because when you move,
You get
you get
shorter.
shorter.
And we did not load anybody's lips with that. That was brought up to us that you clearly get shorter when you move to your left or right. So, I mean, I'm not going to say any names.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, David said he believes it was 8 for their pick.
Yep, at New Riff. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I did see that on New Riff. I'm not gonna lie, we really wanted to do a high bank um, as our first one up in Columbus, Ohio. There,
because we love high bank.
we do. However, there you really had to put down a large down payment just to get a date, extremely large down payment, and I wasn't prepared for that. So when Wilderness Trail is one of honestly my go-to pours anymore. All theirs has like a nice cherry note that I absolutely love. They are a solid pour, and so I had to hop on that when I seen that date available.
Mark said that box is comfy.
And my Advent's going to smell like your feet, Mark.
Good thing she drank it all. We did see Charlie from Bourbon and Balls put a hurting on his Advent box last night.
Friday night, yeah.
Yeah, Friday night. I'm sorry. He may have been coached a little bit. We may have antagonized it.
Yeah. The
But I
Rye
mean,
Guy
come on,
may
it's
have
the
been
middle of
hungry
March
before
and
him.
you're still working on your Advent box. Mark, Scott, are you listening?
Mr. Ritchie says he feels like he lost an hour for some reason. You did.
Yeah, where did it go, Mr. Ritchie? But you know what? The daylight was awesome this evening.
Yeah.
I was out burning some boxes and
Talking to the
talking to
neighbor.
the neighbor. And normally it would have been dark, but it was still beautiful out.
Yeah. Yes,
So that's kind of nice. And we love summer.
we do.
We love summer. So
I love spring when it's in the 60s, 70s. I love fall when it's in the 60s and 70s.
generally, though, in our area, those are short-lived
They are
time
very
frames.
short-lived, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's really blink and you miss it. Jaden
So,
said he can't believe that he forgot to order the Easter
Jaden,
Advent, and I think you want to talk about the Easter Advent.
yeah, Jaden, I will email you. I think I may have enough to do one more, but I want to verify before I tell you that. And I need to confirm because there are a handful of people that I'm waiting on to pay, so I need to make sure um, I get that all wrapped up. The deadline to pay for your box is the 15th. I have it just a handful of people um, that still needs to pay, but Jaden, I will get with you on that, and I'm excited to do that. I can't wait to see who gets the golden egg. I'm super
Yeah,
excited for that.
that's going to be cool. I can't wait to see what's in the golden egg.
I really haven't told Brian. I do know what, honestly, what's going to be in the golden egg is a piece of paper because I cannot put what's going to go in the golden egg without knowing that's the box with the golden egg. So whoever gets the golden egg has to contact us and tell us, hey, we got the golden egg so that I can ship it. Otherwise, it would be really hard not to know exactly which box had the golden egg in it. I mean,
That's
seriously,
legit.
yeah.
Legit. So, for the outstanding orders, I know Jaden's a standalone deal. For the outstanding orders, the money is due when?
The 15th.
The 15th.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Micah, you do not owe. Terry, it's already paid for yours. You are good. You are good to go.
And Terry's probably thinking you shouldn't have told him that. You could have paid me back my money.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for joining us on a Sunday
For
night.
sure.
We,
Always a great time.
yes, I know we had to move it, so I appreciate everybody coming over on a Sunday night. I honestly,
Just curious,
yeah, do you like
is
Sunday
Sunday
night?
night better than Friday night? And the only downside we see to Sunday night is we can't really do an after hours
Right, because I have to get up and
because
go to work.
Shauna's got to get up and go to work.
Yeah, but I kind of like the Sunday night.
Yeah.
I know like Brian, Mike, and Terry will always be on the third Friday, or most likely always the third Friday of the month. So we can stick with that. But if people like the Sunday night, maybe Brian and I can go live
Yeah.
every now and then for a Sunday night hangout, not hang up. I
Not
won't
hang
hang
up.
Brian up.
Well, if it's windy out, it'll be hang up.
Yeah, maybe.
That's how it works. But I mean, toss that around, guys. You know,
Yeah.
let us know. Comment next live or something.
Yeah, because
Hey,
I do know that Bourbon and Balls wants to go live some on Fridays because of Beth's schedule. So
Yeah.
if Sunday works, Miss Laura J likes both. Gary McDonald, we're thankful you joined. Thank you very much. Glad you had
absolutely.
fun.
Thanks for joining tonight.
Yep.
Thanks for joining the Patreon.
Yes, thank you.
Um, you'll see all kind of crazy content over there from our Friday Night Lives with Miker and Mark Scott that you see in the chat. Those are the guys, in case you want to put names with the faces. Those are the guys that you'll see on Friday night after hour content on the Patreon.
Hmm. So Eric brings up a good point, no football or basketball, so it's all good. So that's a great point because obviously in the fall there's Sunday night football and all that kind of stuff. So I guess we'll
Yeah,
just play it by ear by the season.
yeah, that's a good point though. There is Sunday night
Yeah.
football when we get into the fall. Baseball is everywhere. So
Stan said wife wanted to kill me on Friday anyway. Had to get up for work on Saturday. Stan, I can tell you that I am like a 10:30 p.m. at the latest bedtime person. Friday night about killed me
she
too.
did really good
Saturday,
Friday night, Stan.
I I struggled Saturday.
We had a granddaughter's birthday party on Saturday at 1 o'clock, and then we had dinner and drinks with some friends um, last evening. And by the time we got home last night, it was lights out.
Yep. David, there was information on the Easter Advent, the Easter egg hunt, the 10-day. It was cut off. I can't get it out. It was cut off on March 1st, though. But just like Jaden, I can let you know if I have enough stuff to do the extra ones. So I will reach out to you and Jaden here in a little bit to make sure I have enough if you want to join. But there is
Yeah,
information out there.
she can let you guys know if she has the stuff,
And then you tell
and
me.
then if you want to do it, that's great, and if you don't, that's fine too.
Yep, making a note so I do not forget.
We have not started filling the sample
Yep,
bottles
I
yet.
have them lined up there for you to
I
start.
I see them lined up, but it hasn't happened. So
Yeah, it was so worth it.
Jeff said he was
It's
hurt
hurt.
Friday night. Yeah, I believe it because I would love to have talked to Charlie Saturday morning because he was hurt.
He won't ever admit that one
No,
though.
he'll never admit it.
Perfect, David. I will get with you.
Yeah,
I wasn't drunk. It had nothing to do with being drunk because I really didn't drink
yeah, it
that
was
whole.
just
It was
past her bedtime.
tired. I was really, really tired.
Yeah, and I actually held up better than I usually do on an after hours as far as the amount I drank.
Yeah, I think because we knew we had plans on
Yeah,
Saturday, we were.
we had a full day yesterday, so somehow I managed to be responsible about that Friday night. I
You
don't
did.
know
You did
why,
good.
because generally it's like I'll deal with it tomorrow. Stan, thanks for joining us.
Oh, so John said Sundays are good.
Yeah,
Is
he
that good?
likes Sundays.
Good.
Jeff's covered his eyes.
Oh, see, Charlie said all
Charlie said,
good,
"Oh,
my
all
friend.
good, my friend," which means he was hurt. Listen, they got pizza. I don't know what time it was,
I
but
know
they
that
got pizza, and Charlie looked like a fat kid eating ice cream for that pizza. He was tearing it up.
it was funny. Oh, Z Biotics. He took those. That's smart. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for
Yes,
joining us on a Sunday evening. I
thank you
will
guys.
get with you, Jaden and David, on the Easter egg thing, and I hope everybody has a great work week, and hopefully we'll see you back on Wednesday for trivia.
Yeah, the weather looks good. The internet ought to be working. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a great week and be safe.
Thanks, everyone.